Video 3 Techniques and Settings, including panoramic. That's what I'll be covering in this video. Panoramic view will be the main technique. Techniques. There are many different techniques for photography, such as panoramic, small scale, large scale, wide, night, light painting, and high speed, and many more. Panoramic is your go-to Apple, Samsung, Android uh, picture mode, camera mode for wide pictures. I'm sorry that my dog is barking. She's loud. Um, but it's meant for wide pictures. Small scale is your I take a picture of something small, make it look big. Large scale is I'm taking a picture of a mountain range and I fit it in one picture, which is crazy. Um, Wide is sort of the panoramic, but it's mainly on the cameras, like actual cameras. Night is when you use your flash and stuff like that, getting your odd lighting pictures and all that stuff. Light painting is you paint with lights and you use like when they use like sparklers and you see the streams of lights and they paint their name in the air and stuff like that. High speed is your your slow-mo pictures and stuff like that, like a picture or a frame of someone getting hit in the face or slapped in the face, and you see all their face move. That's a slow-mo picture or slow-mo video, stuff like that. The different types of techniques require better quality cameras and other attachment to a camera. Panoramic is your standard, so you only need a phone for that. Small scale, you don't need anything for that. Large scale, you might need a bigger lens. Wide, bigger lens as well. Night, better flash. Light painting, higher shutter speed, and high speed, a better shutter speed. Uh, but some of these techniques just take time, practice, and effort. Like the panoramic, that takes time and effort. Small scale take time and effort. And all these take time and effort, but some of them you don't have to have the fancy stuff to do, like panoramic and small scale. Large scale, you might, and wide you don't either. But okay, I am going to talk about why I think panoramic pictures are cool and how to do them because it shows a lot more that was missed by a standard size picture. Uh, and like instead of if let's say I take a picture of the Niagara Falls and I just take a picture of the waterfall, but I want the people in the background and the forest behind it or something like that. Um, then the panorama mode is just for that. I can get all three of those, but it's going to take me time to do that. And that's what it's mainly for. It's to getting that wide look on a cheaper device, a phone, and stuff like that. Because you can get panorama modes on any phone nowadays, and it's sort of like a commodity, I guess. The pictures have a fisheye look to them, showing a small curve vertically, which is cool. You'll see that in a later picture, and you also can see it when like you take a like my last video I had the picture of the above the clouds that had a curve to it. It wasn't panorama, but it sort of like it was wide, and that was sort of a wide scale picture. So that showed the curve too. And when doing a panoramic picture, you should take your time, like I said. It's all about patience. Usually on a panoramic picture, you follow an arrow and slowly move your body to the right, keeping the arrow on the line, and not jerking around, which would mess up the picture. Um, this is panorama's meant for slow, easygoing pictures, so and like non-crowded places where people's gonna walk in front of you. And slow and steady wins the race, and slow and steady takes the good picture with panorama mode. So this is in New York. and this is the 9/11 Memorial, and right straight ahead is the Freedom Tower. Um, and without panorama mode, I would only get maybe the Freedom Tower, the building directly to the right, and a little bit of the building to the left of it. But with panorama mode, I get all the way to the left and all the way to the right, getting everything in. And I wanted to point out that another technique is used in this, and it's reflection. And you can see it on the Freedom Tower, also on the black building to the right, which you can see the reflection of the Freedom Tower, and also to the building to the right of the Freedom Tower. But I wanted to point out that the black pool to the very bottom on the right side is where one of the towers were, and it's a memorial, and it has the names of each of the people that died in the 9/11 attacks in the building of that specific tower on the side, and that it's an infinity pool, and it represents infinity, basically. And where I'm standing is where the park was for the sphere, and the sphere is behind me. So comments on the pictures before, like I said, it was in the 9/11 memorial. Uh, it helps to show the Freedom Tower, and the wide scale view makes it easy to fit everything in. Now the bad things about panorama. It's not intended for fast moving photography like taking pictures of moving traffic or where anything is moving. It will mess up the picture and waste your time. So basically, don't waste your time if you know someone's going to walk in front of you, or if you have a mean friend that hits your elbows when you're taking pictures or whatever, stuff like that. Because you'll get a break in the picture and that will just ruin the picture altogether and you have to redo it. And panoramas do take some time, I would say about, depending on how focused and concentrated you are and how good of a picture you want, it can take up to like 10 seconds, maybe. That's probably because I'm just slow, but it could take some time. And it's not intended for pictures of people because people move and these take time to take. So I wouldn't take a picture of your whole family with this because by the end of it, your aunt might be smiling in the beginning, but at the end she won't be smiling because she's in the very end, and you don't get to her for a little while, and you also need to be patient. I I will do other techniques in different videos. I didn't have that much time to do this video, and I also just didn't want to run on with this video also. So thanks for watching, and this will be my technique video.